Hello guys, and welcome back to the Football Connect. This is the weekend warm-up, the only show where we cover so many topics at once. So coming up into this weekend warm-up for this week, Klopp defends Trent Alexander-Arnold. You wanna listen to what he said. Manchester United gets an injury boost ahead of the derby, and we are gonna do a combined 11 for the derbies we have this week. And also we are gonna be talking about the Premier League games that are gonna be played and giving some preview and predictions onto the game. And also we are gonna be talking about the FIFA 2023 ratings of the players. I've got some of my Liverpool players that I saw which I was really expecting to see from them, so I'm gonna talk about those things. So do me a favor, without wasting time, click the like button, subscribe to the Connect. Let's get into the video. So hello guys, welcome back. The Premier League returns. This is the pre-weekend warm-up. I'm your host Sam, and we are going to be talking about all the things that we need to be kept updated over and whatever that is happening in the world of football. So for starters, Trent Alexander-Arnold was under so much criticism from the England boss Gareth Southgate. He said some of the hurtful things that I had to hear from the player, the way he was underestimating this kid, the way he was saying that this kid is lower than Kieran Trippier. I have no idea. I felt like he took the stress that he went through with England not winning and his job being on the line, and decided to tackle and attack one player. There were actually legends who were coming out on live television, said that if I was Trent Alexander-Arnold, I was going to retire from international football and come back after Gareth Southgate has been sacked. If you see other players now saying that, it means that the criticism was on another level. But all in all, we knew that something was going to be said by Klopp. We were just waiting for his interview, and yesterday he came in to talk about Trent Alexander-Arnold ahead of England versus Brighton game. Ahead of Liverpool versus Brighton game that is going to be played today on Saturday. And he had some couple of things to say about Trent Alexander-Arnold. So I'm going to be talking about some of the things that he said and how important people have to learn to actually start to judge Trent Alexander-Arnold according to what the manager is actually calling him to do, rather than what people in general, people who don't understand the Liverpool way of playing, are generally expecting him to do. That is very important. I have to repeat that. We should stop judging him according to what we expect him to do, but what Klopp and the management of Liverpool expect him to do, because he again had to explain what he has asked of Trent Alexander-Arnold in each and every game that is played and why he did that. So this is what Klopp had to say about Trent Alexander-Arnold. He said that he told the back four of Liverpool that whenever Liverpool are on attack, one of you will have to go higher than others, which is Trent Alexander-Arnold. He has to go attack higher than the other fullbacks. I'm talking about Robertson, I'm talking about the Anderson, I'm talking about Virgil van Dijk, and also I'm talking about maybe Milner or Gomez or Ibu. Those guys, they know that whenever there is an attack, when they're going forward, Trent Alexander-Arnold of all will go higher up the pitch rather than the rest, so that whenever they're back to attack, this is what Klopp had to make so clear. Player like Fabinho drops in, or maybe Henderson, if he's there, drops in to help out the back four in terms of defending. So whenever you see Liverpool being exposed on the right side where Trent Alexander-Arnold is supposed to be covering, whenever they're in an attack mode, one thing you have to expect, you have to actually ask questions: where are the defenders who are supposed to be helping out this side, and where is the midfield who's supposed to be dropping in here? Because we already know that Trent Alexander-Arnold is already already in the attack and is expected to be there. And this is what Klopp is asking of Trent. He wants him to go for high because he knows that he produces more going forward. So he said it's a risk that he says Liverpool are willing to take to produce more opportunity to score, to produce more goals going forward. So whether we like it or not, whether the people analyze it or not, whether people say crazy things about, whether people say that they expect him to do more in defending because that's what we expect from him because it's a natural defense, that does not matter because Klopp made it so clear that he wants Trent Alexander-Arnold to go forward and hope that these other people covers him. But he did also explain that whenever there are situations or incidents where Trent Alexander-Arnold, the ball passes in front of him where he can do a change and doesn't do, he sits down with him, analyze the game with him and make him understand. And he said that rather whenever this position feels like it's always left out, it's because that's the Liverpool way of playing. That's what Klopp and Liverpool management have decided that they want Trent Alexander-Arnold to play. When I mean management, I mean the backroom staff that works with the club. That's what they've decided Trent should play like, and they expect him to produce more going forward rather than going back. So whenever there's an attack and it's not stopped well, we have to blame the defenders and the midfielders who are left into covering for his position. So I think, I'm hoping and I'm praying that this brings a shush from the opponents of all the people who attack Trent Alexander-Arnold, because Klopp has now clearly come out and explained the role of the player. Also, the other thing that was said, which I think was very important, was according to Southgate, he said that if Gareth Southgate does not choose Trent Alexander-Arnold, it's none of his business and it does not matter, and the player has to understand that Klopp is asking me to do this and I'm doing that. So if I'm not doing it to the level best, then okay, that is my situation with the manager. But as of Liverpool, don't try to judge Trent Alexander-Arnold ahead of what happens to Liverpool. Actually, judge him according to what happens forward, because that's what Klopp wants him to do. And I think that is to sink into people's brains. That has to sink into people's brains, because it has been too much and it has to stop. Stop attacking this young kid. Let him play the football the way that his manager, Jurgen Klopp, wants him to play. We move on from that story as we continue with the weekend warm-up, people. So the other thing that we need to talk about is Manchester United. So yesterday, the manager of Manchester United was talking. Erik ten Hag mentioned of some couple of injury boosts that he kept under wraps. People have been watching a lot of videos for Manchester United training camps, pictures, and they never saw these players in the training camp at all. But the manager of United had them under wraps, and he didn't want the media teams to cover them because he wanted it to be a surprise thing that is going to come out. So it came out that, well, Manchester United's Marcus Rashford and Anthony Martial are actually fit for the derby alongside with the Manchester United, and they have been training the whole entire week. I didn't know that the whole entire week, people, these guys have been training, and the manager and all the United staff made sure that nobody knows and nobody knew about this. That has to be a biggest injury boost, especially when it comes to Marcus Rashford, because his speed is going to be needed alongside whenever they're playing with Manchester City. So for him to be fit, it's going to be exciting. I don't know if he's going to play or start. I don't really know about that. But for him to be fit, that tells you so much about what the team wanted to do and how they wanted to confuse the preparation of Manchester City playing a game without Marcus Rashford because of the injuries. That helps a lot. But that's what we've been told. Also, talking about Manchester United, they've dominated the month of September, which we have just come from, with the Premier League Player of the Month is Marcus Rashford. The Manager of the Month is Erik ten Hag. There was a cool picture where he took with all his managerial team behind him, and he said that it was a team effort. We worked as a team, we came together, and we achieved this. So he's giving this thing back to the team, and he's really excited over this. So I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. What can you say about United? How have they really impressed you? And where do you see Erik ten Hag going? Because for a manager manager who's newly into the Premier League getting the manager of the month, the second month since the season began, or is it the third? That has to ring bells and that has to make people worry a bit. So I'm really excited about that. Let's see how they go. So that is the injury boost. Marcus Rashford and Antonio Martial are back, but people like Harry Maguire are still out, according to the rumors that we're being told. They are still out, not yet back into the starting lineup. Let's see how that goes. So I'm gonna do the combined 11, but I'm gonna do it exactly after I've covered this one. So the FIFA 2023 player ratings have come out, people, and I, as a Liverpool friend, went to see the video where it was being reviewed to the players of Liverpool, their ratings and how things are going. And I have to say, it was exciting to see some of the players that I was hoping to be up there to be there, but not really with the ratings that I wanted. So it looks like Alisson's ratings, I don't know if it is dropped, if it's gone far, but it's 89. It looks like it's one of the best keepers in terms of savings. I think it's even higher than most of the keepers, so I think it has gone so far, gone high. Salah and Virgil van Dijk have paired in 1990 the ratings, and Virgil van Dijk is really excited about this ratings, but Salah is not happy because his rating was from 91 to 90, so it has dropped a little, so he has to work so hard to at least improve that. But all in all, these are the most important ratings that I took. I want to hear your ratings as well of your teams, which one really impressed you and whatever. Let me know in the comment section, and don't forget to click that like button and subscribe to the Football Connect on the weekend warm-up show as we are covering right now. So the Premier League predictions games, remember there are other games that I did not cover in the week when I was doing my games, big match preview and big match preview, and also talking about the Liverpool game against Brighton. There are other games that I did not cover, so I gave you the predictions of the other games. You already know my predictions of Manchester United and Manchester City. You already know my prediction over the Tottenham game versus Arsenal game. You already know my predictions of the Liverpool versus Brighton game. I'm going to talk about the rest of the Premier League, which I did not cover, before I go to the combined 11. So the games that we have, of course, the Arsenal versus Tottenham, I've already talked about it. Liverpool versus Brighton, I've already talked about it. Check it. The videos are already there in the Football Connect. Want you to check them out. Anyway, please do. So Fulham versus Newcastle. This is a big game for Fulham because they're playing in a newly strong Newcastle, and Newcastle drawing against Brighton, but against Bournemouth was a shocker for me, so I'm expecting them to bounce back against Fulham. But Fulham is a good team. They got Mitrovic and some good players that were there as well. So what am I expecting from this game? Well, I'm expecting the same. I'm expecting to see Fulham causing problems. To be honest, to say the most, I see this game being a draw as well. I don't know why. I see this game being a draw. I have no idea why am I even saying that, but that's what I see. Southampton versus Everton. Well, Everton, I think they're getting that thing back together, but Southampton are strong this season, people. We have to be careful about this team. So I have to say 2-1 to Everton, because I think Frank Lampard has managed to get the best out of this team. Chelsea versus Crystal Palace. I think Graham Potter needs a win, and this is the first time he's going to get a good win against against Crystal Palace. So I have to say 3-1 to him. Brighton versus Bournemouth versus Brentford. Brighton are now showing that they can win games, and they're showing that they're now getting their games back together now. They're playing against Brentford, which was massacred by Arsenal. So my prediction is a 1-1 draw to the two teams. West Ham versus Wolves. My Hammers have to come back. They've been dead. Wolves, they are good going forward, but they don't have goal scorers. That's why I still see the Hammers winning this game by 2-0, because Wolves still needs to find goal scorers. United versus City. I've already given you the predictions. Go check the video. The big match preview is already out there. United derby. Leeds versus Aston Villa. Aston Villa did so well against City, so I see them winning this game. But also Leeds United are a big game, by the way. So I'm gonna say 2-0 to this game to Aston Villa. Leicester City versus Nottingham Forest. Leicester needs a win, or Brendan Rodgers is fired. But with the way they performed against Tottenham Hotspur, which ended at 6-2, I didn't think that this game deserved to go that far, because I think the Leicester City were good. That's why I'm predicting that they're going to win this game by 3-0. I hope they prove me right. I think that is the Monday game. And that is it for the week, people, my predictions of the game. So let's go back to my combined 11. I'm gonna be talking about how I'm seeing the combined 11 of the teams going like, so you better sit down and enjoy this. So we have two derbies that are big, the North London derby and also the Manchester derby. So I'm gonna be talking about the two teams, and I've already talked about the two teams. Go check the videos out. But what I'm gonna be doing is just putting the whole entire match and my formation of the games and try to put the players who deserve to be in this. So firstly, I'm gonna start with the bigger one, which is the Manchester derby. For me, I think it's the Manchester derby, which is the bigger one for me, which I think I'm expecting to see a lot from these teams. I'm expecting to see a lot. So as I'm preparing for this, sorry guys for this, I need to open up the Premier League. I forgot to do my fantasy for the week. Oh my god. But anyway, we move on from that one. I forgot to do my fantasy league. So like for the game that I'm doing my predictions, my combined 11, Manchester City versus United. It's at Etihad, people, you already know, and it's gonna be exciting. That's all I can say. So the squad, I'm putting all the players who are fit there so that I can see while I do my predictions. So goalkeepers, it's between Ederson and David De Gea. And I have to be truthful to you people. When it comes to distribution, all day long, people are going to be choosing Ederson because he's good in terms of distribution. But in terms of serving, which I think is the most important thing for a goalkeeper, to save the ball, I'm choosing David De Gea all day long. That is my play. That is my goalkeeper. By the way, I'm saying it's a 4-3-3. So I'm choosing David De Gea. And in my back form, I have to say between the right back, Kyle Walker, and what is this guy? Diego Dalot. I'm going with the Kyle Walker. He's my right back because I think he offers more going forward and defending than Dalot. And between the defenders in the middle, Diaz or Lindelof or Rafa Varane, sorry, Diaz or Rafa Varane. I'm going all day long with Rafa Varane because I feel like Diaz, especially this season, has been the worst. He has been the worst. He's not even getting game time these days because of how good he has not been. And between Lisandro Martinez and either Nathan Ake or this one, also I'm choosing Lisandro Martinez because I think he has proven himself that he's better than most of the guys. So you just have to agree with me on that one because I talked about the defense of Man City. Go check it out. There's a video in the Football Connect where I was covering those guys. In terms of the left back, between Malachi, is it? Let me check. Tyson Malaki and the João Cancelo. Again, I'm choosing a United player. I think Malaki becomes one of the players that gets into that team. Going to the midfielders, people. In terms of the defenders, between Rodri and whoever, Casemiro or whoever that you see United they have, Casemiro or maybe Scott McTominay, I go with Rodri. I think he offers more in the midfield in terms of the teams going forward. Between Kevin De Bruyne and Bruno Fernandes, I go with Kevin De Bruyne all day long in that midfield three. And between what's his name? Who other of the other ones that I can choose? Maybe let me say Ilkay Gundogan and Christian Eriksen. I go with Christian Eriksen because I feel like he has more to give setting up for the players than even Ilkay Gundogan can. The reason why I did that is because I know that going forward the City are gonna put Bernardo Silva or somebody up front. Going front, the forwards. So for Man City, of course, you expected them to put either Foden or anyone up going forward. So between Marcus Rashford and Foden on the left side, or maybe Sancho, I have to choose Marcus Rashford or Sancho at that side rather than Foden, because I feel like their speed, their pace is really important for a striker going forward. And for a striker up for top, where whatever you say all day long, it's Haaland, it's Haaland, it's Haaland for me. Then on the other side, I choose Mirez over the other ones. That is my team, and the manager will be Pep Guardiola. Let me know yours as well in the comment section. Do you agree with my combined 11 for United versus City? Because I feel like this will be a strong one for me. This will be a strong one for me. In terms of the North London derby, my combined 11 is going to be an interesting one. Between the goalkeepers, between Aaron Ramsdale and Hugo Lloris. Hugo Lloris is a good goalkeeper. He goes in for me rather than the other ones. They like to play a 4-3-3, but I'm playing a 4-3-3. On the left back, Ben White or Emil Royal. I got Ben White all day long. I don't think Royal is a good left back than others. In terms of defenders, Dyer over who's it? Over who's that guy? William Saliba. I'm choosing William Saliba. And on the other side, between Gabriel and Christian Romero, I go with Christian Romero because I think he's very perfect in that role. He does it so well. And on the left side, between is it Ben Davies? Yeah, I think Ben Davies. Or yeah, Ben Davies or who else? Or Tierney. I think we go with Tierney because I think it's really good. Or even Tierney or yeah, I think let's just go with Tierney. Midfielders. Thomas Partey in terms of the holding midfielder. Thomas Partey or Pierre-Emerick Højbjerg. Hey, this is a strong one. This is a hard one for me, people. But I think I'll choose Højbjerg. I think Højbjerg offers more in terms of defending rather than the Partey. As a defensive midfielder. In terms of creators, Fabio Vieira over who do I choose? Either Bentancur or whoever who is there. I think I choose Fabio Vieira, and maybe I have to say Martin Odegaard as well gets in for me rather than the other midfielders that Tottenham already has. I think he gets in for me all day long. In terms of strikers, Heung-min Son versus who's the other one on that left side for you? Gabriel Martinelli. I'm gonna choose Son because whether he has not been okay, he's still dangerous going forward. Gabriel Jesus versus Kane. I go Gabriel Jesus. You may not like it or what, but I go Gabriel Jesus over Kane. Then on the left side, Saka versus who? That guy, what's his name? Kulusevski. Saka versus Kulusevski. Now this is a hard one, man. Saka, we know what he offers and he has been doing it perfectly, but we cannot sleep on Kulusevski, people. Just out of this world. I think I chose Kulusevski because he has been wow. He has been wow. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you agree with my combined 11 for the North London derby or the United derbies? Show me in the comment section. Click that like button. Subscribe to the Connect. So the weekend warm-up is back, people. It's going to be in every week. We'll be talking about so many things that are happening in the league. And you guys, you let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Click the like button. Subscribe to the Connect. I've been your host, Sam. And you have been you, the viewers. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Give me your predictions as well there. So if you click that side, you will see the Manchester derby preview, which is the big match react. And if you click here, you see the big match react, the weekend warm-up playlist. Go check out the other weekend warm-ups that I do. We do this every single week where we look at all the hot topics that we have been missing. Thank you very much for watching. This has been Sam. We are out. Be blessed. God bless. We go.
Beats the goalkeeper. You're just lost for words. He is just brilliant. Georgie Best, Diego Maradona, Johan Cruyff.